Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again, and for today's video I'm going to share my first team that I've used up in the Little Holiday Cup, which is going to be the little themed variant of the Holiday Cup, which was there in the Great League. So as of Holiday Cup theme, it is the typings that are allowed in this cup is going to be electric, normal, flying, ghost, grass and ice. So it's same as the normal holiday type, but it's only the little cup variant over here, to which any little cup format, if you're not banning Ducklett, apart from remix actually, uh, where the top 3 or 4 mons are banned, which is going to be uh, Ducklett, Chinchou, again Cottonee. If you're not banning these three, anything that is there in the little cup is going to be getting dominated by these three Pokemons over here, because how good they are in the little cup format. And same as here as well, because of the part flying type and part grass type on Cottonee and Ducklett, this too is going to dominate the meta over here. And along with this too, I'm using a really good safe swap again. So Ducklett and Cottonee really makes a good core over here, and I'm using Vigoroth as my safe swap, which is again really good for this meta as well, as it was good in the ultra Great League variant of Holiday Cup. So moving on to the first battle, I pick up a lead against a Girafarig over here, which is not going to appreciate this incoming aerial ace. And since aerial is buffed now, so the moveset onto the Ducklett is actually going to be wing attack with aerial ace and brave bird. There's a recommended moveset in PV poke, but if you want to try out a bit more not consistent, a bit more safe matchup, so you can go out and swap out brave bird for bubble beam, that gives you coverage against fire type as well. But since you have got neutral aerial ace against the little cup format, you can still play this matchups as well. So moving on in the battle, I'll be going for the next aerial ace, shielding up the first flame charge, which does get the shield again, to which now the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be a shadow, a steel ice type, which is going to be Alolan Sandshrew over here, which I can take in the Night Slash all day long. So I farm them down. I have enough energy for a Rock Slide for the incoming Talonflame that is just going to be obliterated over here with this Rock Slide, and that gives me the win for the first battle over here. So this is to my opponent and really well played. Hopping on to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Ducklett over here. So I am not comfortable with this matchup, but since I have got a pretty high attack Ducklett over here, so I will be going for a bit of gamble here. So I'll be going for the first aerial ace, which might get the shield, which it does. And now from this kind of range, I thought of going for a CMP, but since I went for aerial ace, they might go for a brave bird, but that is not the case. They went for a bubble beam, so actually they're running bubble beam and brave bird. So I'll be going for the next brave bird that does take out Ducklett from that kind of range as well, and I'll be quickly safe swapping out into my own Vigoroth over here, to which they comes back first with their Oddish, I believe, and then into their own Vigoroth, which gives me advantage onto their Vigoroth because I had a bit of extra energy over here and let the move go through as well, which is not good, because Vigoroth into a Vigoroth with any kind of advantage is going to lose out that matchup. And now from this kind of range, again I'll be coming back with my own Ducklett. I'll be going for this super effective wing attack and aerial ace, which my opponent will shield up, and now I'll be easily coming back with my own Cottonee, farm them down with charms, which is not super effective, but resisted, but still it does take the game over here. Moving on to the third battle, I pick up a lead against Ducklett once again. So it's a mirror matchup. As I've already mentioned, I am not comfortable with this matchup, so I thought of going for a CMP, which I lose right now. So they are actually using a higher attack stat Ducklett over here than me as well, which is not great for me, and they went for a brave bird. And now from this kind of range, I have to go for the next body slam to pick out the knockout for this Ducklett over here, which is fine for me, and let's see what they comes back in with. So if they're coming back with their own Cottonee over here, I have to switch out immediately. But it's a Cottonee, but I'll be going for the first body slam over here to chip it for quite a bit of neutral damage, and then I'll be switching out into my Cottonee as a shield up once, to which the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be Chinchou over here. But that is not safe, because I will be losing out the damage over here, because they'll be going to constantly debuff my attack with this bubble beams over here, which is not great, which is not really great over here, because I let the next bubble beam go through once again. So now I am double debuffed and my switch clock is not back up yet. So this might be a really bad opportunity for me to go to stall the switch clock for double resisted, like double debuffed and resisted seed bombs over here. But that also got the shield from my opponent as well. But I end up losing CMP, I believe, over here now. So I went for the next grass knot, which is again resisted, but it does not do enough damage because of the debuff from the bubble beams from Chinchou. And then I have to switch out into my own Vigoroth, which does not have enough health to withstand this charms over here. And my Cottonee is very low as well, which does go down with this charm, and they survive with a bit of HP, and I end up losing the third battle over here, which is fine for me. And let's keep going. Moving on to the next matchup, I pick up a lead against Lickitung over here, to which I'll be letting the first body slam go through, which does enough damage. Like, it does 50% damage, not 50, it does almost 40% damage, to which I'll be going for the next aerial ace. Aerial Ace, beg your pardon, I will be going for the next Brave Bird, because they switched out into their Lantern over here, which does quite a bit of damage, because Lantern is have a less defense stat than Chinchou, to which I'll be switching out into my own Cottonee, and I'll be going for the farm down over here onto this Lantern, to which they switch out into their own Cottonee as well. So since I am up ahead on energy, this is a winnable matchup for me. But again, they let the next move go through as well, and the good thing is they are actually running Razor Leaf and not Charm, because Charm does neutral damage while Razor Leaf does restore damage over here. So I will be getting a knockout with this Grass Knot, and let's see what the final Pokemon that they have access to apart from the Lickitung over here. So I'll be going for the next Aerial Ace that draws out, I believe, the first shield from my opponent's end, and now I will be going for the hefty farm down onto this Lickitung once again over here, because Vigoroth in the end game, apart from safe swap, in the end game with Rock Slide and counter with Body Slam, it is really a good combination for closing out situations as well. So I'll be going for the next Body Slam that does draw out the final shield as well, and they end up losing the battle over here because they concede the match. GG's to my opponent, and really well played. Hopping into the final battle of the video and the set, I pick up a lead against, let's see what it is. It is going to be Obstagoon. So this is not really great, because Obstagoon is very spammy, so I have to go for a bit of extra damage. So what I'll do, I'll take in the first Night Slash, and then I'll be going for the next Brave Bird directly. Not Brave Bird, but I'll be faking a Brave Bird directly over here, and then if I'm getting the shield, I'll be switching out into my own Vigoroth over here. That will be doing double super damage with these counters over here. And since I have got one shield, I am happy to shield up once, because it will be going they will be going for the Night Slash or Cross Chop. And now let's see what they are coming with. So they comes back with the Ice Ground type, which is going to be Mamoswine, which is very classic over here, and it almost, yeah, it does get you knockout with the Body Slam and counter over here, to which the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be a Fletchinder, which I do get the shield with the Body Slam over here. And now from this kind of range, I will be deliberately coming back with my Cottonee, because I want them to throw their energy right now. because if they're running flame charge, two flame charges with a boost might get the knockout for my Ducklett here as well. So that is the reason I want them to drop their energy onto my Cottonee, and then I can easily come back with my Ducklett, go for the next aerial ace, get the knockout for the Fletchender, and get the win for the final battle of the video as well. So this team was really fun, and it is working out quite well for me. Because I used up 3 teams till now, but this is the first team, and the later teams will come up in the upcoming videos. But if you're trying out this team, which is really good for me, and it might work out for you as well, but it depends on the elo. So that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.